back. Welcome to the Rusty Toolbox. I've been working like crazy, so haven't had a bunch of time to dedicate to the channel. I also haven't had a bunch of projects. You know, I have a very functional Triumph Street Triple R and a very functional BMW 540i. I did paint the wheels, did some interior stuff, but nothing too crazy. But I am selling the manual 540i because I just got something new. Ooh, a 2011 335i xDrive, and it's got a few things wrong with it, including the turn signals. And we are going to fix those. We are going to pump this thing full of upgrades. We're going to give it another 125 horsepower, 150 torque, or something like that, with the COBB Stage 2 Plus Performance pack and tune. We're going to do some trim and some exterior upgrades, really just some overall aesthetic upgrades. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm going to be going along this process with you. It's a fantastic car. Got a great deal on it. It's got 95,000 miles. And it's already pretty dang quick. All-wheel drive. It's got the twin turbocharged inline 6 and the N55 motor, which is very tunable. Like I said, very upgradable. So very excited about that. Probably going to be doing some work on the wheels, maybe either getting new wheels or painting those wheels. But other than that, it's pretty great. So stay tuned. We're going to first we're going to fix these LED turn signals. If you know anything about these E91 BMWs with the LED turn signals, this unit, if it fails, is $200 each for left and right. When I got the car, neither the left or the right worked. So instead of buying a new one or buying a knockoff one from China, we're going to take this out here and fix it with a couple dollars of wire and solder, and hopefully get back on the road with working turn signals. All right, full disclosure, the first time I tried to do this, I tried to take the entire headlight assembly out of the car. Ultimately, I had to remove the fender and take off part of the bumper cover and rip back all of this plastic. It was a pain in the rear. So, after a few episodes of trial and error, just by pulling back the fender liner in here, the interior fender liner, you can actually access the little retaining bolts that hold in the power unit, the LED power unit for the turn signals. There's another screw way up here that's really hard to get to, but if you use your finger and kind of experiment a little bit, you can get it out. When I reinstalled, I already did the right one. This is the left one. So the passenger side, I reinstalled it. I didn't bother putting the top screw on. I know I'm probably a bad person, but it's just such a pain in the rear. And the two bottom ones seem to hold it in pretty dang well, especially if they're nice and tight. So took it out. Gonna go inside and fix the LED unit as best I can. And we'll see if we can get this back and running so that I don't have the really high speed flickering of the turn signals, which is what happens when you have one go bad. So let's go inside and solder it up and see if we can fix it. So I've got the LED module here, taken out of the headlight assembly. The ribbon that connects all three layers of the LEDs has been taken out. On this light, this is the left turn signal, the lower LED strip was gone. It had fallen off. And so, through careful testing with this sophisticated testing device, it's a 9-volt battery, determined which sides go where, the flow of the current, and that all these work. So now it's just a matter of soldering connections from the board to the light, and then this crosses over, so Just 2 more to go, and then we'll be able to put this back in there and reinstall it, and hopefully it works. There you go. So, there it is, all soldered up. It's not pretty, but should work. Among other things that are arriving in the mail over the next little bit, I got a fancy little carbon fiber lip spoiler, which I must say looks pretty good. Digging it. So it's evening time. Everyone's asleep in the neighborhood, but I just got back, so I'm gonna work on doing some painting. I got some new, so instead of getting the entire new like M style or the sport style whatever bumper cover, I just got the lower sort of diffuser pieces, not really diffuser, but the lower, it's not really a splitter either. Anyway, it's these corner pieces that on the sport bumper, you know, they kind of come out. So I got a can of space gray metallic. I'm 95% sure this is the right color. It looks, it's kind of hard to tell this light, but I mean, that looks pretty close. You know, obviously it's nighttime, so I can't really tell very well. But I'm going to put a couple coats on these, put them in the garage, and then tomorrow, hopefully in the daylight, come down and see that they match up really well, and then we'll install them. Install's pretty simple. It's got some mounting, actually, well, it's got some mounting tape here, but I also got the kit. It comes with some of the fender screws. I don't know if that's glue or what. Adhesion promoter, and then some sandpaper to sand down the area that's getting taped. But got a little mounting kit, some of that tape. So we'll be taping it and screwing it in there, making it nice and tight. And then, yeah, also have a clear coat to go on these once I have a couple coats on them. So we'll get that all mounted up when it's nice and sunny out. All right, progress. The sport style little front splitter pieces are on, and combine that with the carbon lip spoiler, and it just, for me, makes it look great. It was a little too rounded and simple, and I like the way that front bumper looks now. I got it all sealed up with some clear silicone, did some touch up on it, and reapplied this windshield gasket. It had basically come off, so I resealed it all with some black silicone and the BMW trim. So I'm gonna let that dry for the next hour or two, and then there's a good look at the lip spoiler. That I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I didn't want something big and gaudy. I like the subtle touch. And here's a closer look at the front with the new little splitters on there. I dig it. I'm actually really happy with them. Next day or two, the COBB kit should be arriving with the new tuner software. With the performance, I got the Performance 2 Plus map for the upgrades that I've got. So it includes a new air filter, downpipe, or no, not downpipe, excuse me, charge pipe, actually catted downpipe, and intercooler, front mount intercooler. Supposedly should be making about 400 and something, a little more than 400 horsepower, 425 pounds of torque, which is a huge improvement for this car as it is now. So might end up painting the wheels black. I'm gonna sit here and look at the car for a little bit and decide. Yeah, I decided to paint them black. So I did a I did a gloss black, but then I did this matte black clear coat, like a wheel clear coat. It hardens really strong. And hard to tell right now, but I think that looked pretty cool. I think it looks really good, actually. So happy about that. Now we just wait for the COBB tuning stuff to get here so we can start giving it more power. All right, we got all the cosmetic mods basically done that I want to be doing. We got the little front splitter pieces to make the bumper sort of the M-style bumper, front bumper. Got the little lip spoiler on the back. Black wheels now. And I got some mail today from COBB Tuning. So we will be now going through the stages. I think I'm going to start by just flashing the stage 1 performance tune onto the stock motor with all the stock components, and see what kind of a difference that makes over just, from the factory. From everything that I read, it's actually quite noticeable. And then we'll go from there and obviously go up to stage 2 plus, which is the front mount intercooler, the charge pipe, and the catted down pipe. Stay tuned. I'm super excited about this build, and I'm hoping that we can get at least 400 horsepower to the wheels, 425 foot-pounds of torque. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with me, even though I haven't had a project for a little while, and I'm hoping that this one becomes very fun. We'll see you next time.
Ooh.